All right, guys, I'm going to talk about MACD Predictor indicator in this video. You must have used moving average convergence divergence indicator, which is an oscillator and it is plotted below the chart. However, the indicator which I'm going to talk about is not plotted below the chart, rather it is plotted on the chart and it looks like a moving average indicator. However, it's not a moving average indicator. This indicator was made by a legendary trader named as Joe DiNapoli, and this is really useful even in the forex market, primarily if it is used on 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily time frame. If we use it with lesser time frame than 1 hour, then it gives leading signals and it doesn't work accurately. On the other hand, if we use it on any higher time frame like weekly or something, then it gives very lagging signal, which is not useful in the forex market. This is used primarily in forex market for three things. Number one, it is used to understand whether or not a trend is changing. If the price changes the direction and closes any candle beyond this indicator, then trend shift is determined. Second, this indicator is used to determine how long a position can be held. Swing traders like to hold their positions for a very long time to enjoy all the profits by riding the entire swing. So unless a new swing in opposite direction is going to start, there is no requirement to close the previous position. That's why this indicator is used and we determine how long we should hold on to a trading position or number of positions in one direction. Number three, this indicator is also used in combination with influence of any external factor, which may be a geopolitical news, any economic data, or anything which is affecting forex market. To understand whether the news or event is affecting market sustainability or not, we have to use this indicator. So I will show you on the chart how we use this indicator practically in all this for all these purposes. So let's go to the chart without any further delay. Unfortunately, this indicator is not available on any mobile operating systems, whether it is iOS or iPad OS or Android or anything. It is available primarily on desktop, so primarily for Windows, and it is also available on Mac because people have customized MetaTrader for Mac also, even though it was not primarily made for Mac. However, if MT4 and MT5 is installed on the Mac with use of any virtualization or use of any MT4 or MT5 downloaded from a broker which already have a custom MT4 or MT5, you can install this indicator in Mac. Now, let's talk about how it works. So right now we are on daily time frame of Euro USD, and you can see that the price is trying to break above this line. This line is MACD predicted. The price has moved to the upside today because of geopolitical news that the US and Iran are going to sign an agreement. However, later we also heard news that nothing has been confirmed yet and they're going to take 48 hours. But market is already hopeful that this is going to happen and there will be no resumption of the war. There will be some deal and maybe some sort of agreement will happen. That's why market is over enthusiastic about the peace. And then Euro USD has gone up because dollar index and oil has fallen down. However, we have to see whether this is sustainable or not. The third purpose of using this indicator in combination. So we are using in combination of geopolitical news, whether this is sustainable. So if this news is sustainable, then the Euro USD must close above this MACD indicator. If this daily candle closes above this indicator, then we have to suppose that the trend has shifted to bullish side. Otherwise, it may be considered as a temporary move. This indicator can be used to hold on to a position. For example, last time when this big bullish candle was made, the trend shifted from downtrend earlier to new uptrend. However, after shifting to the bullish side, market went to the upside just for 3 days, which was just a minor upward move, and then market fell down. However, didn't close below this MACD predictor, which is why the buyers were supposed to hold on to the buy position, and the people who held on to their buy position enjoyed further profit as market went to the upside. So this gave them significant profit, and then the buyers must have closed the position when this candle closed below this MACD predictor. So let's say even if you are an aggressive trader and you enter right here without waiting for any downward retracement to buy at the lower price, still you could have gotten this many pips, which was 1,182 points, a significant number of points. So this is the one way of holding on to the positions. Many people add further positions. For example, any trader will not simply hold on to a position after buying here. If the market will go down, giving lower price, then the of course uh, traders would have opened more buy positions at better and lower prices, which may have given them better pips in other positions which were open at the lower prices. So this is how this indicator is used to open the position and hold on to the positions. So the two purposes: number one, understanding the trend shift. Trend shift means a candle must close beyond this indicator. If it was downside, it should close above it. If it is upside, it should close below it to indicate the change in the trend. So, and then holding on the position or entering the position uh, will 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 happen dynamically, but you can hold on to the position as long as market is staying in the similar in the same side of this indicator. For example, if people are holding on to the sell position, they can still be holding on to the sell position unless today's candle closes above this MACD predictor. This is the uh, observation from the daily time frame. However, on 4-hour time frame, we can get different picture. So if we look at 4-hour time frame, on 4-hour time frame, we had a buy signal right after closing of this big bullish candle above this MACD predictor. And if we entered buy, we could have gotten this many pips to the upside. So sometimes we can combine different time frames and we can use different uh, indications. For example, temporarily these buy positions uh, can be held until the end of the day. And if the MACD predictor will not close on the daily time frame above, if the price will not close, for example, on daily time frame, if on daily time frame, if the price will not close above this, then it will not be considered sustainable. And since on a daily time frame it is not sustainably bullish, what we are going to do on 4-hour? We are simply going to close the buy positions before the end of the day if we do not see this above the MACD predictor on daily time frame. So we can enjoy this move to the upside and we can take profit from our buy positions while holding on to the sell positions. And later on, we can manage our sell positions without loss or maybe in profit. So sometimes you will enter into hedge kind of situation. The same indicator is asking you to keep holding your sell positions on daily time frame, but this indicator is telling you to buy here and then ride the bullish swing in your buy positions and enjoy the profit in the buy positions. So this is how you can use this indicator on multiple time frames to have different kind of trades. So now let's go to 1-hour time frame. This works well even on 1-hour time frame. But sometimes on 1-hour time frame, what happens that you get some early indication, which sometimes is a false signal. For example, here price came below this and price actually looking like it's closed. Actually, this was the beginning of the Monday, so we cannot say that the Friday closed below it, but we can certainly say that the Monday started below it. So sometimes we have to avoid minor closing beyond the indicator. Otherwise, if we look at the closing of the first candle, here is when the trend shifted to the bullish side. From here, if you held on to buy positions, you could have gotten even better number of pips so far. So we have to use this indicator on these 3 time frames to find different kind of signals and enjoy trading in both directions. But bigger time frames should be considered at the end of the day, whether you should hold on to a position or not. For example, 4-hour and 1-hour time frames are in the favor of buy positions. However, there are 2 reasons why I would not like to hold buy positions beyond the day. Number one is the negative swap, and number two, bigger time frame is seen by bigger investors, which is why if bigger investors will enter sell positions before the end of the day, then market will be pushed to the downside. Moreover, retail investors will exit the positions by taking profit in the short term to avoid negative swaps, which also will help pushing the pair to the downside. So even though we have bullish scenario on 1-hour and 4-hour time frame in this pair, we are not going to hold buy positions beyond the day, but we can keep holding our sell positions if this does not close beyond this MACD predictor to the upside on daily time frame. So this is how we use MACD predictor in short. Thank